The late American theologian R.C. Sproul once said that, quote, "Men are never duly touched and impressed with a conviction of their insignificance until they have contrasted themselves with the majesty of God," unquote. Although I'm not a believer myself, I understand why for many this would be a true statement. Next to the power or mind of the creator of the universe, what possible significance could a lowly creature like myself have, one might ask? Contrasting oneself with the majesty of the Almighty, a humbling experience for many a man since time immemorial, right? But if you're a believer in the Christian God, then you surely have to believe that you are one of God's children, and that mankind does indeed have a special place in the cosmic perspective. And in other faith traditions, humankind is created by an all-powerful God. God's characteristics change from faith to faith, or sect to sect, or even person to person. But the powerful affirmation that we are created by a perfect being, that is present. If you do have a theistic worldview, even if you yourself don't follow a particular tradition, you do perhaps see yourself as having a rightful, meaningful place on this earth. You've been divinely brought forth. Given this worldview, how such a person could see themselves as insignificant is maybe a bit difficult for me to understand, let's say. Yeah. Many people believe that they can speak directly with God, a merciful Lord who will hear their prayers, a direct line of communication with the Almighty. Yeah. There's something very interesting going on in the minds of people of faith, I think, or a lot of them. And this is as true in the East as the West. There is a connection to a perceived spiritual world. Good things, bad things happen for a reason, and although you might not be able to understand what is going on or grasp deeply the cosmic forces at work, you do understand at an emotional level that you do indeed matter. You are more than mere blood, guts and bones. You have a soul or a spirit self. And for many people of faith, they see themselves as being tested in the here and now. Yeah, a cosmic battle between good and evil rages on, and the earth is a major battleground. Obviously there are a vast variety of religious beliefs. Not everyone's seeing things the same, reading from the same hymn sheet. But for many people, there is an afterlife. Physical death is not the end. Paradise or hell await in the hereafter. From the outside looking in, this doesn't look appealing. Not to me. One can see how this might be quite burdensome, mentally and emotionally. But human significance in the creator-creation theistic framework seems like a fairly sound bet, or sound concept, let's say. But what if it's a load of old bollocks? What if you were not, in fact, created? What if you're just another animal living on a planet which can't sustain life indefinitely? What if like 99% of all the species that have ever lived on Earth, we humans will go the same way, namely extinction. What if we're just particularly clever primates that have deluded ourselves into believing we have some kind of cosmic significance, when in fact we have as much as slugs or dung beetles or woodlice, namely none? That would be a crushing blow to the old sense of self-worth, wouldn't it? Yeah, maybe. But there's no way to know who's right and who's wrong between the various religious claims or the non-religious claims when it comes to matters of human significance on the cosmic scale. That we have significantly impacted our own little planet is in no doubt, physically impacted. But when it comes to matters of the mind, how we see ourselves symbolically, in both the individual and collective sense, the significance or importance we have exists in the world of human affairs. We matter to each other. We care about each other. Yeah. Maybe the dog cares as well. Maybe the dog likes you. The cat, not so much. But might I suggest that the utter insignificance of our species, as I see it, the utter insignificance of our planet, or perhaps life itself, is not necessarily a grim truth, which should shackle one to a gloomy outlook. It's amazingly improbable that we're here at all, able to enjoy each other, and able to explore consciousness.